Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Let's start off with these basketball wives and this week's drama. Before we begin, let's hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and let's get into it. So we're gonna start with Shawnee suggesting that Shaq is always gonna see her as his wife while she's talking to their son. And I was thinking, like, because she's talking about, then the editing shows how Shaq was flirting with her at the restaurant. But I'm thinking, like, what are you doing to make him think that? Most people who are divorced don't think that they're gonna always feel that way. Most people who divorce is like, okay, this is done and over with. So, what part are you playing in him feeling that way? So yeah, I was like, So is it that he feels that you will always be his wife, or is that what you want the public to think? Interesting. So then we're going to talk about Thomas and Kristen. They eating lunch, and Thomas puts it out there. He suggests, he don't come out and say, he just puts it out there that maybe Cece is out for clout and not love. He just says, somebody out for clout and not love. So you saying that Cece don't really love your daddy? Why do you think Cece don't really love your daddy? What has she done to make you feel that way? Where did you come up with this? Like, why would you even state something like that? Like, how? What I don't get about Thomas and Kristen is this. What makes you think y'all gonna settle this family dispute if you publicly keep taking little shots at the woman your father want to be with? How is that gonna make the situation better? I don't get it. I don't understand what you think this is gonna help. You know the cameras is on you. And then Kristen says, okay, I want to apologize. Um, okay, but you don't want Cece there. Okay, let's see how that works. So, why was Jackie showing deception on the lie detector test? I don't get it. If you ain't did nothing, why it kept coming up like you showing deception? What I don't get about Jackie is her and Cece go out, they having drinks, and she's telling Cece, me and Evelyn, I went over there with Evelyn, and she has this big lie detector thing set up for me to do. But when you went to that domestic violence event, she told you she wanted to give you a lie detector test, and you agreed. You was like, yeah, I do it because, I ain't got nothing. I do it, whatever, whatever. Why would you agree to it, but you didn't tell Cece that? I was like, she real shady. Like, so you making it seem like this woman just bombarded you. Like you just was so surprised. Like you had no idea that she wanted to do this when she had already told you what she wanted to do. Basically, she told you, I don't believe you. I think you're lying. And so I want to give you a lie detector test. And you agreed to it. But yet, when you told the story to Cece, you kind of omitted that part. Like, I had already agreed to it. So when I got there, she had it all set up. So why? Why do that? So now you're trying to make Evelyn look like she a snake. But really, you had already agreed to it. That's what I'm talking about with Jackie. That's the problem I have with Jackie. Just like you did the little bogus stuff about Malaysia, you did it with Evelyn. We're going to come back to this. So, when I said the whole thing about Kristen and Thomas, and Kristen says, I want to apologize to your dad. Cece said she upset with Kristen because what happened in Amsterdam, and it's been a year and a half. Girl, it took you a year and a half to apologize? And when Malaysia was like, oh, you didn't know why Byron was mad? Why did you think he was mad with you? Really? You didn't know why Byron was mad with you, Kristen? Really? Really? Don't nobody believe that. Don't nobody believe that you didn't know why he was mad with you. Oh, you thought it's because you and Cece was beefing? How many times I said because you made him look like a deadbeat grandpa? Like you don't care nothing about your grandchild? Okay, so now you decide, well, I'm going to say something to him, but she's not welcome. And how y'all going to settle this dispute? By still not acknowledging her? And y'all really thought Byron was going to go for that? That's why he didn't show up. So OG decides that she is going to she's talking to Jackie, and she's telling her about how she's going to retire. And so Jackie decides, well, why don't I get all the ladies together and y'all come do my podcast. Y'all know I'm doing the podcast, so we can discuss this women type of event thing. And of course, Malaysia and Phoebe were not invited, but Kristen and didn't show up. Shawnee didn't show up. Tammy wasn't there. Evelyn wasn't there. So quite a few women didn't show up for Jackie's event. So that's to be expected. Shawnee and Evelyn decides that she wants Shawnee to do this little, what's that little fast dating thing, the little dating scene, a speed dating. But was it just me? Did it look like Shawnee had on some pajamas? I was like, that's what we do on speed dating? Leave a comment below if that's the new trend or something, because that looked like some night clothes to me. Anyway, so that was a failure. But Evelyn was attracted to old boy that kind of seemed like he would be more of a Ocho Cinco type of brother. Okay? So since OG is retiring, she decides that she wants to, since she's retiring from playing football, she decides, since I have so much knowledge, I would be good at coaching. And she goes to her, her coaches and says, this is what my intentions are, and this is what I feel good at. Would y'all give me an opportunity to critique me, show me, like, would this be a good fit for me? So they do. They let her, try do a little trial run. I thought she was pretty good. Like, she made a couple of mistakes and stuff, but for her first run, she did a few positive things. She's like, she immediately corrected the ladies when she saw them doing something wrong, and she had their attention, and she made them believe in her. They was with her, and she believed in what she was speaking on and stuff. And that's what it takes to be a coach. That's what it takes to be a good leader. You have to get them people behind you. And the coaches let her know what she did right, what she did wrong, gave her positive feedback and stuff, constructive criticism, and where she can go from there. And so, scene changes. And what I wanted to say about that whole podcast thing that Jackie did was Jennifer had apologized to Cece for how she treated her when she first met her, which I thought that was very big of Jennifer. I was completely shocked. Jackie apologized to Jennifer for showing her tail at her event. But what I want to spend the rest of my time and make my point on is right towards the end of the show. Evelyn and Jackie went to lunch because OG had told Jackie, you know, when you was going on and acting up, I told Evelyn, hey, why don't you go talk to Jackie and stuff, you know? And Evelyn was like, because she was like, talk to her, that's your friend. She was like, shh. Like, no. And Phoebe was like, girl, they ain't friends. And so when Jackie confronted Evelyn about it, first of all, Evelyn showed you how deceitful people behave. And how she never lied, but she showed you, this is why I say deceitful people behave. Because what she did was, she never denied it, and she never said she did it or she didn't do it. She just started putting all the blame on OG. She deferred and distracted. Okay, so OG is the problem here. I'm not the problem. But OG told the truth. That's exactly what you did. You did exactly what OG said. You're being deceitful because you didn't own up to it. You didn't admit that you did it. And I'm quite sure Jackie sees this now that she's watched the show. But when you are dealing with a deceitful person, they never admit or deny their wrongdoings. They deflect. Instead of saying, no, I didn't do that, she never did say that. She's just like, well, you know, OG is the new person in the group, and she's bringing this drama to the group. Why you just didn't admit, yes, I said it. I didn't stand up for you. I didn't have your back. Instead, you deflected off of yourself what the question was. Why didn't you speak up and say, you're my friend? Instead, you put it on OG as being a troublemaker. Because Phoebe clearly said Evelyn is not Jackie's friend. And she's not. So when she did the lie detector test, Jackie, she was setting you up. You should have known better. When she came on the show, she was messing with your daughter. You should have known better. You never trust a snake. A snake gonna always be a snake. So don't be surprised when they bite you. That's what deceitful people do. They deflect. She deflected from beginning to the end. She never said OG is lying. She just never admitted that she was telling the truth. Pay attention. You can go back, rewind the scene stuff. She never said OG's lying. She just said OG's a troublemaker. She's coming with all this drama and all this stuff. She never said OG was lying. She just implied other things to make you assume that she was lying. That's how deceitful people behave. So, this is how you learn to read between the lines and tell when somebody's lying to you. Because if Jackie was really paying attention, she could have learned that yes, Evelyn was lying, and yes, Evelyn said it. One, she never answered the question. It was a simple yes or no answer. She never did. Two, she never stated that she never denied that Phoebe said that either. All she simply said was OG's is causing problems. She never denied anything, really. This is how you learn when you're dealing with a deceptive person. I hope you learned something from that. I'm going to leave it right there. And that's my little 2 cents on this show. Until the next one, peace.